I'm only bringing up Khabib's name because every single Dagestani fan, every single comment on this Volkanovski versus Islam fight and this decision, whatever, and how close it was, 50-50, either way, I scored it for Volkanovski. Last 2 rounds, 100% was a lock for Volk. First round was a lock for Islam. 2 and 3 is a toss-up. And I gave 2 to Volkanovski. But here's the reason I'm only bringing up Khabib's name. And I know because Dagestani fans, every time I bring up Khabib's name or just anyone else, they'll be like, oh, look how great Khabib is. Everyone always has to bring him up after every single lightweight fight. Always have to be compared to Khabib, this, that. Yes, Khabib is the lightweight GOAT, but he is not no top 5 GOAT. And Islam is on his level. Skill for skill, I think Islam is better. I always thought Islam was better ever since that Charles fight. And now I'm seeing all these comments just being like, man, Islam was never on Khabib's level. Like, oh my God, Islam, not as great as Khabib, you know, the second best. No. What the hell are you guys talking about? What are you guys watching? Islam is fighting hard stylistic fights. Better fighters than Khabib. Like, what is this? Khabib bitched out in his prime. Undefeated status does not mean anything. And this is why I've been saying the entire time. Undefeated status doesn't mean anything. You will always lose. No matter who you are, George St. Pierre, John Jones, Demetrius Johnson, no matter who you are, you will lose. Even in your prime. There's someone out there for you. There's someone out there at least to make you bleed. Oh my God, I remember all those comments of Khabib. Oh, Khabib never bleed though. Khabib never ever swelled up in his face. Khabib is fighting easy stylistic matches when you look back at it. I'm not discrediting Khabib. I'm comparing it to Islam. Khabib had much more stylistically favorable matchups than Islam. That's why I give Islam so much respect. He fought Thiago Moises, Armin Saryukin, Charles Oliveira, Volkanovski, all of those on top of my head. He has Beneil Dariush in his weight class. He has Gamrot coming up. He has Damir, Guram, Jalen. Like, there's so many guys, new guys that are just coming up the ranks right now that are really good grapplers compared to Khabib's run. Khabib had Michael Johnson, Edson Barboza, not known for his grappling, Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. You know, they're decent grapplers defensively, but nowhere near on the level of a Charles Oliveira. Nowhere near the level of an Armin Saryukin. Not even on Volkanovski's level, honestly. The best grappler you could say that Khabib fought was RDA. RDA has been out-grappled by so many other guys. And look, I don't want to discredit RDA, man, but I'm just saying, Khabib isn't doing something that never happened before in the sport. He only had 3 title defenses. He left early in his prime. 13 UFC fights. One of them, it was a catchweight bout. Look, man, I don't like this disrespect on Islam. And what I find ironic is that the Dagestani fans are now bringing up Khabib's name because Islam almost lost. Usually it would be when Charles would win, we'll bring up Khabib's name. But no, the Dagestani fans are forced to bring up his name. And now that speaks a lot about how everyone's going to view his legacy. It's in question now. He left early, and this is what Dominic Cruz said earlier too in the weigh-in show. He said, eventually we'll all lose. No matter how good you are, we'll all lose. And that is true. And right there, that showed us, man. There's so many other guys out there that can beat these Dagestani guys. These Dagestani guys, they can be beaten. And that's Volkanovski, a 145er. Islam is bigger than Khabib. More skilled than Khabib. So many people were saying he was more skilled than Khabib, even myself. And I still think he is. There's no shame to losing to Volkanovski, even though he's a 145er. But Volkanovski is the number 1 pound for pound for a reason. So, come on, it's not bad to lose to Volkanovski or to have a really close fight with him or, bleeding and, getting bruised up. That's the number 1 pound for pound guy, man. And I give so much respect to Islam. Much more respect to Islam than Khabib. I'm tired of people bringing up Khabib's name. I think it's time to stop. You can compare him to people, but I don't know, man. You just think about it. The stylistic matchups that Islam had to face compared to Khabib, much more harder. The skill level, much more harder. Full props to Islam, man. And it's sad to see all these Dagestani fans just turn on him and just say that Khabib was always better. And I hate how it's about Khabib's legacy now. They never saw Islam as his own legacy. They always compared it to Khabib's. And they always think that he will never be as great as Khabib. Just watch the tape. Look at the record. Oh, Khabib never got hurt or anything. Khabib was fighting favorably stylistic matchup. Islam has to fight the number 1 pound for pound guy, Charles Oliveira. I'm repeating myself now. Fuck the Dagestani fans just disrespecting Islam Makhachev and just comparing him to Khabib. Islam is better than Khabib. Full respect to Islam. That's it.